Okay, I've got some questions over here to answer, and I'll get to those. But somebody else is asking me a clearance question. They said, how do I get a clearance even though I am eligible? Okay, so he wants to know how to get a clearance. So there's a couple ways. First of all, let's talk about the eligibility. So eligibility means that you have to be an American citizen. It depends on the clearance. So public trust clearances, I think you can be a green card holder for public trust. And a public trust clearance is for, who has public trust clearances? Some people in like NASA and some of the sciences where it's like you're not dealing with classified information, but it's just sensitive. It's kind of sensitive information. So they just want to know that they can trust you. And it's just a simple background investigation. And like looking at your credit history, and they might look and see if you have like any felonies or something. I don't know what they actually look at, but it's not very intense. They're not talking to neighbors or family or anything like that. Public trust is like a lower level clearance. I think the IRS has public trust levels. There's levels to it. I think it goes from 1 to like 6 or something like that. IRS has those. I think some banks, financial institutions have them. I think possibly some hospitals, NASA for sure, and then there's some other agencies in government that don't deal with like super sensitive stuff. Then you have your secret clearance, top secret, and then you have caveats. Like you have top secret with these different letters, which I don't even know if I'm allowed to say, to be honest. So I'm not even gonna go there. But let me show you how you would actually get one of these clearances. This is not secret information. This is just, so what I'm going to do is you can follow along with me. Go to the handy dandy Indeed.com. And I meant Indeed.com. Indeed. I'm just typing on the other side here, so bear with me, guys. Indeed.com. This is one way, by the way, to find a clearance, to get one. So what you would do is, okay, you're not able to see Indeed here. So what I'll do is, how can I do this? There we go. I want you to see more of Indeed.com, like that maybe. Okay. I'm on Indeed.com and I'm going to look for a job that requires a security clearance. So what you can do, there's a couple ways. There's a site called usajobs.com. You have clearancejobs.com, and you have Indeed. You can go to LinkedIn, whatever. You're going to search for a job that has a clearance that will get you a clearance. Okay? So some jobs, they'll say, this requires a clearance, but if you're eligible, they will do the background investigation. There's not that many jobs like this, because it costs them money to actually get you the background investigation. But if you have the skill set that they want, they'll be willing to pay for your background check and do it for you. Another way is to get a job in the government. Like if you are military, they're going to give you a clearance. They're going to pay for everything you need to get a clearance. But it depends on your job. If you work in supply, or if you work in logistics, or if you work in, I don't know, services or something, you might not even need a clearance, you know. But if you're a civil servant or a military active duty person or guard, National Guard, or if you're any kind of branch of the military or agency, and then you're doing a job that's special operations or intelligence or computers, or when you're handling sensitive data, then yeah, you're probably going to need a clearance. Anyway, so what you could do is, here I am on Indeed.com. You can type in security clearance. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants here, guys. I'm just giving you some ideas that you could do. Security clearance, and I spelled it wrong. Security clearance. Okay, there we go. And so it's going to search for jobs that either require security clearance, and I apologize, it's cutting off part of it here. So let me see if I can do something different here. Let me see if I can. Nope, that's not going to work. I'm going to try to see if I can show my screen. Bear with me here for 1 second. I normally have all this stuff set up in advance, but Today I'm kind of slacking. I wonder why it's doing that. That's really weird. Oh, okay. Let's do this. And that's still messed up. Why is it doing that? Okay, let's just do this. And then let's just do... I got some kind of weird configuration on my computer here to do this split screen stuff, so that's why it's doing this. Anyway, okay, so now you can see a little bit of what I'm seeing here. So these are not the jobs I'm looking for. Oh, okay, here's one. If you happen to be a software engineer, must obtain and must... Okay, here's one right here. If you were a software engineer, all I did was type in security clearance, and I'm looking for jobs that require a security clearance. So you would go here, and this is breaking down everything that they're wanting to see for security for this junior software engineer. And this job right here, I think, would actually pay for your clearance. I'm trying to find out, because it said you must be able to obtain a security clearance. And what that means is they will get the clearance for you. Employee must begin work with an interim. It'd be great if I could actually read this. It would show you guys what I'm seeing here. Okay, anyway, it says employee can begin work with an interim secret clearance, must obtain and maintain a secret security clearance. And what that means is they will get it for you, and then you'll start off with interim, meaning they're doing a background investigation on you. In the meantime, they'll give you interim, and they'll give you limited access to some sensitive information, and then you have to get one in that time frame. That means that there can't be anything in your background that would make it so that you cannot get that clearance. And if something came up to where you can't get the clearance, they'll have to let you go. You can't get the job. So to answer the question here, how do you get that clearance? You could find a job. All I did was go to Indeed.com and type in secret clearance. Or I could have typed in normally top secret clearance require you to have one, but secret clearance, public trust clearance, you would type that in, and then it will come up with a bunch of jobs that require a clearance. And then some of these jobs will actually get it for you, but you have to be eligible to get it. So hope that answers your question about that. And of course, the other way to get it is just to get into a military position, not military, but any kind of government. It could be one of the 3-letter agencies, FBI, CIA, one of those agencies that will require you to have a clearance, or NSA, whatever, or the Department of Defense. That's another one, so any one of those might be able to, depending on the position, would get you a clearance. All right, there's that one.